online event going on. We do, as part of being part of the Institute of Digital Innovation, we do get, the soundstage does get hooked up for commercial use, for all kinds of use. We've shot films, short films in here, we've done music videos in here. We've had a TEDx event in here. I don't know if you're familiar with TED.
Yeah.
So it's quite a multi-purpose kit. The soundstage has, it is a soundstage. It has 16 microphone inputs in the back, in the corner over there, and the ceiling's been treated with soundproofing. And when you take the curtains and you wrap them around the entire soundstage, that also acts as soundproofing as well. We've had live 28-piece jazz ensemble recorded here as well. We're able to capable to fit 28 musicians and their equipment all in here as well. But primarily, we use it for green screen work, the visual effects work, shooting live action footage. With the green screen. We have green panels that we put down on the floor. As you can see, we have green boxes. We have lots of things that are green in here to use for shooting green screen work with. The green curtain does wrap around the entire soundstage, but if we ever do need for a different color, we also have a blue screen. And as you can see, we have a black backdrop as well. The lighting rig you see on here is they're all what's known as tungsten balanced lights. They're studio balanced lights. They are fluorescent lights, and there's a lighting rig that we use that's just in the back corner there to control the lights with, so we can set them up and use them. It's just in the back corner over there. The cameras, like I said, are broadcast quality, high definition cameras. The reason I say the broadcast quality is because high definition, you can get an iPod now, or an iPhone now that has a high definition camera on it. But the quality of the content is not as good as what you would get on a camera like one of these, basically.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
So, I mean, high definition is one thing, but again, the cameras are able to capture at a much higher rate, data rate, and when you're shooting green screen work, visual effects work, you need the best rates as possible as you can get. They record to P2 cards, which is Panasonic's proprietary memory card system. So gone are the days of using tape, really. This is the P2 card here. This is what they consider broadcast quality. This form factor, if some of you may have an older PC, you may recognize this. It's PCMCIA, or Express Card form factor. That's what Panasonic uses. These cards, this is 16 gigabytes. You can get about 17 minutes of high definition footage on a 16 gigabyte card.
17.
Yeah.
That's
so
it.
It's quite a lot of data, just under a gigabyte a minute of the high definition data. The cameras can shoot 50 frames a second. They can shoot time-lapse photography, stop motion. They can do up to 1920 by 1080 resolution. They're quite versatile little cameras. When I say little. So we've got two of these cameras. The other camera normally rests on our motion control rig, which is just around here behind you guys here. This is the motion control rig here. And basically, it's a robotic camera operator. And there's a computer and software that this attaches to allows us to be able to control exact, precise movement to the camera along the track, as well as we can control panning and tilting, as well as we have a focus and a zoom controller. And next month we're sending it back to Mark Roberts to get a retrofit. We're getting an upgrade. The tripod is going away, and we're getting a lift mechanism for it as well. So we'll have that other axis as well to be able to use. The nice thing about it is that it is pixel accurate for when it does its camera moves. So when you need something where you need the repetitiveness of a camera and you need to do some compositing or layering of images on top of each other, a motion control is ideal for that kind of thing. For instance, in replication, I don't know if any of you have seen the remake of the film Charlie and the Chocolate Factory that was done with Johnny Depp. There was one actor that played the Oompa Loompas, and the way they pulled off those shots was they used motion control on a green screen soundstage, and they were able to have the same camera movement each time with the motion control rig. And then they had the actor who played the Oompa Loompas. He was in one part of the soundstage, and he would do his little bit over there, and the camera would do its move. Then they'd set the camera back up at the same start position, and they'd put the actor in that part of the soundstage, and he would do what he needs to do over there. And so they would do this, and because the camera moved exactly the same every time, they were able to take all those moves or passes and layer them on top of each other in software, remove the green screen, and what you had left was the same camera move with the actor in 10 or 15 different places all at once. And that's just one of the uses of motion control. The other thing you can do is the movement information or data is stored in the software, and you can extract that data out of there, and you can load the camera movement data into a program like a 3D application, like Maya, say, for instance. And then you can use the camera movement data that we shot here live to incorporate with the CG characters or elements or backgrounds that you're creating as well. And vice versa. If you do a pre-visualized camera move in that software, you can take that camera move out as long as it moves on the same axis as our system. And you can put that pre-visualized camera move into our system and load it in, and we can make the camera move as was pre-visualized as well. So it's a pretty nice piece of kit to have, and I'm looking forward to the upgrade because that'll add another dimension to being able to shoot in here. We also have a jib, a crane, which is a mechanically controlled crane. It's just being stored right now on top of the, so it doesn't look as impressive when it's sitting on top of here. But the crane is a mechanically controlled crane for getting dramatic shots. We need shots from high up, any kind of craning shots to go from low to higher angles, or the crane across from left to right or right to left. So we have that at our disposal, as well as we have a Steadicam system too.